My name's Kate Hardy, and I have been painting, I think I've been painting all my life, really. I remember doing a painting when I was at the beginning of primary school, and I've still got this painting at home, and it's a small little painting, and it's a self-portrait. It's me looking very, very happy, and it looks like this little girl holding a big flower, but in fact it's not a flower, it's an ice cream, and I'm very happy because I've got an ice cream, and I've got a big red mouth and a red skirt and hair and eyes, and I think there's moon as well. I think there's a moon in the sky. So I remember really loving doing that painting. I've always really liked my paintings too. I kind of like my paintings better than anybody else's paintings because they're interesting to me because I can change them. I can go into them and keep being interested in what's happening in them, and as long as they sustain my interest, then I want to keep looking at them. So I'm not saying they're better than anybody else's, but for me they are just, it's just interesting to look at your own paintings and think about, well, what if I'd done that a bit different, or what if I still could do that a bit different. Whereas when you look at somebody else's painting, you're thinking, oh yeah, they did that and they did that and they did that, and it wasn't that great that they did that, and maybe if they looked at it again, they would have changed that. But if it's your own painting, you've still got all those possibilities. You can still, the whole world is open in that painting. And at a certain time you just stop because there's a nailed downness that you do not want, but also because you just got to stop thinking about that and start thinking about something else sometimes, and then you see the painting on the wall and you think, oh well, what if I just put a little bit of blue in the corner? It'd make it much more strong, wouldn't it? Or what if I just put another layer of space in it? Maybe I will, but maybe I just won't, because it'll take something away that's there now. So it's just questioning possibilities, questioning decisions already made. One of the things I do is I kind of try and get rid of the white. So even like the edges are annoying, and it might not be that. I just prefer it to be this colour than white, because I don't think it's a painting. I don't think of it as a painting when it's still got white that's randomly left. It's not deliberate. It's accidental. So I don't like it. And then, if I want white in my painting, I'll put it in my painting. But I don't want it to be there just because it's there. So it's great that this is so fast drying. These have got collage in them. I found these record covers and I wanted to use them. So I'm putting, and you can't stick paper onto oil paint, at least I don't want to. So you can do anything you like, but I don't want to. So I put acrylic paint down and then I stuck the record covers on top. This colour is beautiful, kind of emeraldy green. So maybe tomorrow I'll remember to bring them and stick them on, or maybe I won't. We'll see. Acrylic paint is quite kind of plasticky, so I do prefer to use oil, which is more kind of rich, and I like to use beeswax in it, and so you can get transparency easily. So it's an illustration of really not knowing what you're doing until you start doing it. And even then, do you know, or do you things suggest themselves? And I started doing this stencil-y thing to kind of replicate the record covers, but then as soon as I put that white bit in, I kind of got more interested in that, really. I hardly ever use acrylic paint, but it's actually great because it would take me days to do this in oil. So kind of interesting. Sometimes you have got something that you want to do and you kind of do it, but then you always think of something else and change it, don't you? I just turned that upside down to make the top more accessible, and I quite like it this way up now. But I think I prefer it the other way. Let's go the other way. It's good. It's a nice first layer, and here's where it's meant to go. It's meant to go in a set with these ones, and it already isn't. It already is. It's on a different scale, for one thing. It's a different point of view. So I think what I'll do is tomorrow I'll come back and I'll stick some of those record covers on and see what happens with that, and just put them away. Although I could. Another really bad habit I've got is if I've got a bit of paint left over, I'll just use it. And so I'm going to use it on this yellow one. Because now, as well, the record covers are a little bit annoying because they're so jumpy outy. So that's better, isn't it? So maybe they could all have green in them, especially the red one. Never meant to do that. I think I sort of chose to be an artist when I was a teenager. I thought I could be an artist, but I didn't think I was very good at drawing, and I thought maybe I should. But I thought, well, maybe I'm not that old, or maybe I can get better at drawing by doing loads. And that's true. You don't have to be what you think is good at drawing, because maybe what you think being good at drawing isn't true, isn't really what being good at drawing is. And the same with painting. I think I decided that I was an artist. And I think I decided as well that I wasn't a good enough artist, that a lot of people were much more kind of slick and confident and able to do stuff. And I didn't think that I was. It's not about deciding you're a good enough artist and so you'll be an artist. It's almost like deciding that isn't really a thing. So I don't think that's a thing at all. I really don't. I think it's boring and not interesting to think about if people are good artists or that their art's good or anything like that. I just don't think it's an issue at all. So maybe they will be a set of 3 paintings, because now the older ones are coming out to to be more like the new one. I really like looking at lots of different artists for lots of different reasons. Braque, for instance, I really like looking at Braque's paintings for the differences. He'll put colours in that wouldn't occur to me to use. I kind of really enjoy looking at somebody's work who isn't anything really to do with me. Often my paintings start with an idea, an idea about a situation, a spatial situation, or a colour situation. Just now I'm looking at the window and I'm thinking if I go down a bit or up a bit, I can line up that reflection with that bit of roof and make a rectangle around it, and it's quite interesting. But I do understand that possibly most people aren't thinking that. They might. I don't know what they're thinking. There we are. Or sometimes I'll start a painting so that I don't have to look at the painting that I've been working on. Sometimes a new painting will come because I really want to do that thing to the previous painting, but if I did that, then I'd lose everything that still is interesting to me. So sometimes I'll start a new painting as a way of continuing with what I was thinking about in the last painting. And sometimes I'll just try and find out something completely different. So I'll consciously make it all very, very dark and see what happens then, see if I can dig some light out of it, or try and keep it really, really light. Try and see how little I can put in and still make space work. I think a lot of the time I'm trying to do something that's simple, but that involves a huge amount of complexity because in order to have something be simple, there has to be a lot of differences have to happen to still make your eye go into the painting and move around. And so a lot of the time when I'm starting a painting, it's to try and maybe make a distillation and a simplification of something that was in the one before.
That one's supposed to go with these two down here.
Yeah, but maybe those two. But maybe those two were supposed to be in a triptych with this one. So we'll see. It may be that this one won't be in a triptych. I want it to be in a triptych because I feel like it's got too big for the canvas and it needs to come out. So it feels too cropped. So I want to do one with more black in it. I kind of like this black, or blue, or whatever it is. And, it's a black that I've mixed. So I want to have another one that's got this zigzag and then more black spheres in it, I seem to visualise. So I don't know if it's going to be this one that's going to be... I put a red sphere in this one, but I obliterated it, but I might bring it back. Or then again, I might... this was the way up it was to start with, but I didn't like that red sphere. I don't like the painting at all. It's horrible. So I'll see what happens with that. But yes, oh yeah, there's that orange zigzag. There it is. That matches